When the new Stargate series finally gets on our screens, will we actually get to see the best elements from all three of the first series? Will we get to see SGU, SGA and SG1 teaming up and mashing together? Welcome to Sidetrack, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. If you are a regular Sidetracker, you'll know that I talk about Stargate a lot. It's my favourite TV show, but also because I've got sources that work in and around MGM and now in and around Amazon, I've been hearing a lot of rumours about it coming back. But when it does come back, what do we want it to look like, and what hints have we had from Brad Wright? Well, Brad Wright and Joseph Mallozzi have said, and I've done previous videos about it, that he would love to see conclusions to Stargate Universe and Stargate Atlantis. But he also wants to bring in new characters as well. So, what could we get to see? Could we get to see this mashup of all of the best elements from those three shows? Well, bringing Stargate Atlantis back into the Stargate series would be incredibly easy. Atlantis is on Earth. It would be the Earth's most valuable resource. They would be researching the hell out of it. There would be probably thousands of engineers all over that base, learning all of its secrets. Perhaps while they're researching that, they find a way to manufacture ZPMs. If they can manufacture ZPMs, the world gets so much easier. Starships with power cores, and we could build our own Atlantis bases and things like this. But also maybe they find some other secret which allows them the possibility to actually rescue the universe crew, to actually go and save Eli. Now that could then open a whole bucket full of problems that a new crew, a new SG1 team needs to go and explore, needs to go and resolve. We've also got Atlantis and potentially the Wraith.
The Ori Supergate has been inactive since they sent their first wave, but it's been reported that the Priors are promising reinforcements for their armies, which are on their way and should be here soon. Now we can only assume that means more ships, and these 4 are already more than we can handle. We have to act now.
Well, why don't you try dialing out? I mean, if it's powered by a black hole, you should be able to keep the thing up and running almost indefinitely.
Sure they thought of that before they came all this way, Rodney.
Could the Wraith return to our galaxy and become a threat once again? To be honest, I don't think they'll go that way. I think they'll go with a new threat for this series. I don't think we'll revisit the old threats a great deal, other than maybe in little special episodes.
And if we can do it again, we can tie up the Ori Supergate indefinitely.
Even if you were able to establish an initial connection.
We need a nuke, we know.
And a dialing crystal capable
I already have one.
And if you want to keep the connection open for more than 38 minutes, you need to find a black hole in the Pegasus galaxy.
This is not our first barbecue, Dr. McKay.
I am just saying the yield calculations can be extremely tricky, if not borderline impossible. You may need me.
Colonel Carter said as much. Ooh, we weren't going to tell him that.
From SG1, we know that Amanda Tapping, Michael Shanks, even Richard Dean Anderson are very close friends with Brad Wright. And assuming Brad Wright gets to showrun this with Amazon, assuming Amazon want him to do that, I could see him bringing back Amanda Tapping as an executive producer or director. I think Michael Shanks would love to direct a few episodes and potentially appear on screen as well. And I could see Amanda Tapping, to be honest, returning as General Carter, because Brad Wright's already hinted as much. But could we see some of the characters from Stargate Atlantis return? Look, Joe Flanagan is a massive fan of Stargate. When it ended, he apparently tried to buy rights to the show to make it again. He would 100% return to this new series. And again, I would like to see him as an older character now, as a mentor for a new team, or he's even a leader for a new team. We're obviously not going to get to see Jason Momoa return as his character, which is a huge shame because I'd have loved to have seen Ronan, but he's a big star now. The only way they would possibly get him as maybe a visiting for just one episode is if he desperately wanted to do it and somebody could talk him into it. But I don't see any evidence that he would really do that. 2 characters I would love to see return from Atlantis though, and could work really, really easily. I'd love to see Jewel Staite come back as Jennifer Keller. I thought she was a lovely character, but to be honest, I just love the actress. I fell in love with her during Firefly, and I would be more than happy for her to return again. I'd love for her to be a staple of the show, but I think there will be focusing around new crew. But one actor I would love and kill to see return is David Hewlett. McKay was my favourite character from Atlantis, and I'd love to see him return.
Out of here, I'll stand guard.
Hey! Thanks for the rescue. Oh, hey, no problem. No. You should be saying thanks for the rescue. Oh, right. Thanks. Should have you out of there in no time. This won't take long at all. Oh, my. Well, they changed the codes. But you can crack it, right? You need to get us out of here. Yeah, of course I can. Just give me, 1 or 2 seconds.
So I guess that frozen replicator plan didn't pan out.
Yeah, not so much.
How's that plan B working for you? Good?
Actually, it's more like Plan C. C is in C4, if you catch my drift?
No.
Let's just say that we're concerned the Daedalus won't be able to carry out your standing orders.
What? To destroy Atlantis with nuclear weapons? I thought we were past that. Why are we going back to that?
Yeah, it's the only way.
Can you do that?
Yeah, if we plant charges on all 10 of the shield emitters before the Daedalus arrives, that way when the replicators try to activate the shield...
The C4 detonates. The Daedalus beams a warhead into the city, and we all get vaporized. That sounds more like a Plan F, doesn't it? As in, we are totally...
We can fight our way...
I've already done a video about Stargate Universe and what actors could return from there, so please go and check that out. But from a story point of view, it just makes sense. Let's drag the elements of all of the other great shows in together and use that as a platform to create a new show and to launch a new show from.
Got Colonel Ocean Alliance?
That would be my guess. They haven't introduced themselves. They started shooting the minute they came out of hyperspace. Our shields are holding, but we're not the target.
What's heading our way?
Full squadron of gliders and a troop transport. Cut them down some, but the rest will be on your doorstep in less than 3 minutes.
To be honest, it just makes sense that the first series would have elements of all of these brilliant shows in. And it does actually line up with what I'm being told about what Amazon want to do with the series, because they are looking to have series that interlock with each other and influence each other, and having more than one series running at once. They really want to do a Disney-style Marvel-esque project with Stargate. I was also told that look at the game Timekeepers when it comes out, because that will really give you a hint of what Amazon are thinking they want to do with the project moving forwards. And the Timekeepers game does jump between elements of the first 3 series. It does jump through time. We do see the Goa'uld, we do see the Aura, we do see other bad guys from the different time periods. So that really does give us a hint of what we might see with this new series of Stargate. Something that has all of the elements of the original 3 series in it. We also know that we're not getting a hard reboot. This will be a soft reboot, a new story with new characters. So that means all of the stuff that happened before still exists and would be very, very easy to draw into the new show and to make fans very, very happy. Because let's be honest, we're going to be nervous about this new project. They could get it very, very wrong. One way of making fans very easily and very quickly happy is to bring elements back that they loved from the original series. This is maybe a little lazy. It is maybe a little cynical of me to suggest that this is how producers think. But let's be honest, Brad Wright could hit a home run with this very, very easily. And a lot of these actors would love to come back because they love the project. Joe Flanagan, for example, loves the project. David Hewlett loves the project. Amanda Tapping, Michael Shanks have shown how much they love it by doing these companion podcasts with Brad Wright and reading these computer-generated scripts. So let's see what happens. But guys, please get into the comments, tell me what you think. Do you think this idea of a mashup of all the best bits from the first 3 series would be a good idea as a platform or as a foundation to then launch a new show from? I'm not saying it should necessarily be the bulk of the show. I do want to see new characters, and I want really the show to be based around those new characters. But to have elements from the different shows involved in the new series seems like a sensible and basically logical way of creating a foundation for that show. What do you think though? Get in the comments. Excuse my terrible voice, I have a head cold, so please, if you are new to the channel, ignore that. Like and subscribe anyway. Also, you can consider becoming a fully fledged side trekker. Hit the join button, it really supports the channel. Also, there is merchandise, Stargate related t-shirts and glasses and everything on sidetrek.com. So please go on there, have a look. There's a link in the description. As always, guys, please stay safe. I'll see you next time.